Before we start this video, let's watch these two scenes.
What is brunch? You wait in line for an hour for essentially lunch. I mean, I don't know.
Those wings carbon fiber?
Is this stuff coming out of you?
That would explain the rigidity-flexibility ratio, which, gotta say, that's awesome.
I don't know if you've been in a fight before, but there's usually not this much talking.
All right, sorry, my bad.
Now, what do you think about those two scenes? The answer is pretty simple. The Marvel one seems earned and natural, but the DC one seems pretty weird and forced. This is not the case in just these two scenes. Most DC movies have some of the worst placement for jokes, and most Marvel movies seem to deliver the jokes really spontaneously. Why is this happening again and again and again? Let's find out. Since Marvel started their journey as a cinematic universe, they maintained some basic rules, and it worked for them pretty well in most cases. Their movies will have light-hearted comedy scenes every now and then, and will conclude 4 to 6 action set pieces per movie. Why is that? Because the average audience does not want anything deep or meaningful, and this is not a crime to want to watch some good old fun in a new skin.
Nope. Oh, I was just kidding about the leg. I just need these two things.
What?
No, I thought it'd be funny. Was it funny? No, wait, what did he look like hopping around?
I had to transfer him 30,000 units.
Most of the blockbuster depends on these tropes. A simple, easy-to-follow plot with a likable, charming, witty protagonist with some one-liners and some over-the-top action set pieces. This simple mechanism is still working with the Fast and Furious, Transformers, current Jurassic series, and many more. You can have complaints about them, but they are bringing the numbers so the studio executives are happy. So what my point is, Marvel chose the old-school blockbuster formula and made it their own, and that fitted them very well.
Thanks. Well, I could have stuck the landing a little better. It's just a new suit. Wait, it's nothing. Mr. Stark, it's perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, we don't really need to start a conversation.
Okay. Captain?
Most of the stories in Marvel Comics were written in a way where comedy is part of the story, world, and characters. Iron Man was a witty character from the beginning, and Deadpool was always funny from the beginning too. Hawkeye has a pretty good sarcastic side in the comics. Star-Lord and Rocket are a very well-written comedy duo in the universe. Their world was written like this, where they can deliver jokes because it goes with the environment. So when Tony Stark delivers some really amazing one-liners in movies like this...
Okay, go.
You've been called the Da Vinci of our time. What do you say to that?
Absolutely ridiculous. I don't paint.
Audience loves this because this is just the character being himself, and the movie is also supposed to be a funny one. When Star-Lord says something stupid like this,
Hey, that's how eyesight works, you stupid raccoon.
and Rocket comes up with an amazing witty reply,
Don't call me a raccoon!
we love this because these characters are behaving exactly like how they are supposed to be behaving. Or the Hawkeye's witty lines during a big action set pieces.
Well, I played 18, shot 18. Just can't seem to miss.
Well, first time for everything.
Made you look.
Those are not forced behaviors, but when we see Batman delivering a line like this one,
Do you bleed? Yeah. Oh, something is definitely bleeding.
that shocks us, and we have a cringe attack watching scenes like this. But why is that? Because DC Universe is nothing like the Marvel Universe. DC talks about hardcore dark stories. DC embraces the darkness with its characters and stories. This is their style. Let's look at one of the most brilliantly written characters called Rorschach. This character is from the graphic novel limited series Watchmen. Rorschach was born as Walter Kovacs in 1940. His father left him and his mother before his birth. His mother had to provide food for his family, so his mother begins working as a prostitute. Every time she came from a client, she used to physically hit little Rorschach. Why is that? Because she couldn't accept her horrible lifestyle. That affected her mental state. Later, Rorschach became a vigilant. Once Rorschach killed a wanted serial rapist and left his body outside a police station with a note bearing one word, never. This is Rorschach. This is DC.
None of you seem to understand. I'm not locked in here with you.
That's it! You're locked in here with me!
Let's look at Batman's past. How did Bruce Wayne become Batman? His parents were shot and killed in front of him when he was just a child. That had a deep scar on his mental state while growing up. Later, he tried to kill his parents' murderer, and finally, he fought with his inner demon and became the Dark Knight of Gotham. This is what the audience expects from DC. Audiences do not want jokes every now and then from DC characters. They expect their superheroes to deal with the darkness of the society. But the makers of DC movies noticed that Marvel succeeded with the funny tone, so they thought they should also try the funny style. That might help them, that might help the big bucks like Marvel. But what they did not understand is that those funny scenes do not go with the story at all. Those characters and stories from DC Comics were not written in a way where you can add humor to sell it to the public. DC always talked about dark topics, so when they try to make a funny movie like The Flash or Joss Whedon's Justice League, they fail every time. But whenever they told gritty stories like The Dark Knight, where a psychopath explores human behavior,
When the chips are down, these civilized people, they'll eat each other.
in Joker, a failed comedian with a mental health issue turns into a mass murderer, those movies earn them more than $1 billion at the box office because those are their style. This is what people want from them. So if the creators stay true to their characters, world and stories, they will always be able to deliver some great movies that will also succeed at the box office. That's it for today guys. Let us know in the comment what your most favorite comedy scene is from Marvel and DC. If you like this video, please dump a like and subscribe to our channel for more movie and series related content like this. Until next time, ta-ra.